This is a special report of the Sleeve Did It channel. Pharmacy chain Rite Aid has again filed for bankruptcy and is closing their doors forever. Follow me as I attempt to tour every Rite Aid in South Jersey. I'm traveling from store to store to see what is left. We have so much to see and a short time to see it all in. So before they fill the final prescription and sell the last item, let's take a look at the chain that was Rite Aid.
Well, Rite Aid has once again filed for bankruptcy.
In our area, there are 345 locations in Pennsylvania. New Jersey has 60 stores. Delaware's 29. This announcement comes just 7 months after the chain exited Chapter 11 and emerged as a private company. The financially strapped drugstore chain said it is looking now for a buyer and refiling for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's going to help facilitate that process. The company says it plans to keep its stores open through its bankruptcy.
Hey everybody, it's Sleeve, and we're starting off this episode in Cinnaminson, New Jersey. This store was originally a Warner drug location before Rite Aid acquired it in 1973. In 1997, this store expanded into neighboring storefronts, doubling the size of the store. And as we are about to see, nothing has been done to the store since 1997. It's as if the 90s never ended. Before you is a time capsule of the 1990s decor of Rite Aid. Let's just take it all in, shall we? While this store is a preserved 90s time capsule, it is not in the best of shape, as we can see by this trash can, bucket, and hose situation. Apparently there's a leaky roof. Ironic when we see the signs that say it means more at Rite Aid, and yet the shelves are bare or almost bare. This is because, sadly, the trucks no longer make deliveries. This is what's left. I have to say, the pink counters are a very 90s touch. Here in the seasonal section, we find remnants of Easter, some summer stuff, and as we continue to walk down the aisle, we see water and Gatorade. Wow, this is literally... and get a load of the 1990s era waiting area for the pharmacy. Oh boy. The bare shelves and their feeble attempt to make the shelves they used look full could not hide the truth that Rite Aid is in decline and nothing they can do will save it. But while I was here, I figured I'd purchase a water bottle to help me in my weight loss journey. After comparing the ones that they had, I searched for one that was in a manly color. Black. And this is the water bottle that I've been using all summer. Seems the store's only nod to 21st century was that key duplicating machine. And now we approach what used to be the photo center. Back in the day when we used to put film in our cameras, and before we had cameras in our phones. Even the self-service photo kiosk is out of order. Now it seems the photo counter has become a storage space of sorts. I couldn't help but notice the boxes used on the bottom shelf as if to pretend that they have no room for more stock. And on top of that, they had entire shelves deleted to make way for advertising space. I remember shopping at my local Rite Aid for lunches and snacks, and now there's barely anything left. The cupboard is almost bare. Overall, I like the blue checkerboard squares, the gray walls with blue trim, and the pink countertops. It's such a shame that Rite Aid has pretty much remodeled most of these stores. Lost in the place I used to work. Went left one day and forgot I left it behind me, and then went to a different company. I'm like,
Oh, you left it at another job?
yeah.
Aww.
There you go. Hello.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you. You too.
You're welcome.
Right. Such a nice lady, the cashier here at this Rite Aid. I feel bad for her. I do. Our next stop in Burlington County brings us to Burlington City. If you remember the abandoned Eckerd I filmed in the early days of my channel, well, this is just a few blocks away from that. Apparently, Rite Aid decided to stay with their older store, then move to an existing Eckerd. And as we enter, we can see that this is a considerably older store. It has the early 2000s Rite Aid decor, but it seems that the flooring, other than the wooden brick road that they put in, is from a much earlier decor package, maybe earlier than the package we saw at the Cinnaminson location. I'm guessing this is a much older store, even though it resembles the 90s era Rite Aid over in Clementon, New Jersey, which we'll see in a future episode here on the channel. As we see, some of the stock is arranged side by side and there's nothing behind it on the shelves. And it's far too evident that this store is just running out of things to sell. Kind of ironic to see the new Rite Aid sign says restock your medicine cabinet, because it's obvious that this store hasn't been restocked in a long time. And that's the sad state of all Rite Aids right now. Interesting use of boxes to hide the emptiness on the shelves. And once again, I searched for Fisherman's Friend cough drops, and there's none. Long time to see it.
Some days you're looking to save every minute you can. So we offer curbside pickup to fit your busy schedule. Order online and we'll bring it to your car.
In the pet section, I found what seemed to be the last or next to last bag of IM's cat food. And ironically, sadly, that was the last bag of cat food that I fed my cat before he passed away on June 25th. He was less than 2 weeks away from his 17th birthday, so he did live a long life. And now the seasonal aisle: Easter, water, Christmas, winter, more water, summer stuff. Basically everything that they hadn't been able to sell from previous seasons, all here now for a final sale. As we reach the home care section, we notice that stock is dwindling there. Meanwhile, it's nice to see that the coolers and freezers are working. And apparently the "it means more" sign at that end cap means more of the energy drinks and what have you that would have been in the cooler, but we got to get them sold now. The consumer electronics section is almost empty. And there's only one person manning the store today, it looks like.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And now, with my purchase rung up, it's time for me to go to the next store. And now we've reached Florence, New Jersey, with a deluxe version of the final design Eckerd building. As you can see, it's using brown brick like the former Eckerd we saw in Audubon, New Jersey in a previous video. As we enter, we notice the ceiling has some cutouts, if you will, that probably were for the neon signs, much like the ones we saw at the Washington Township Spirit Halloween store that was as well a former Eckerd. Barely anything remains of the candy. And other items are in short supply. Looks like they've already started breaking down the shelves, possibly getting ready to move them out too when the fixture sale starts. And yet again, no fisherman's friend. And by it means more at Rite Aid. It seems that less is more because there's less selection, less stock, and a whole lot more empty shelves than there used to be. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a wet floor sign. Does that mean there's a leak in the roof? Well, it's not like they're going to be around to try anything new there. And over by the public restrooms, we see another wet floor sign. I guess this building is showing its age. Shame. There's barely anything left in the pet section. And I wonder if you notice the creative use of boxes over there on the lower shelf. Meanwhile, looks like they're breaking down more shelves to get ready to start moving these racks out of the way. Looks like they already got rid of one end cap, as you can see the scar left by it on the floor. And some of the coolers and freezers are empty. Empty shelves. And then we hit the seasonal section. And let's see what we got. We got summer stuff, spring stuff, a whole bunch of t-shirts and sweatshirts for the township of Florence. And in the next section we have Easter goodies and Christmas lights and more summer stuff. One area where you can still find a good selection is the greeting card aisle. Finding the right card for your younger brother now that he is in his 40s too. Despite the bare spots, there was still a decent selection available. Yeah, perfect for him. And now it's time for me to ring up my purchase and be on my merry way. So I just decided to use the self-checkout. That way they wouldn't notice my handy cam duct taped to my head. And now we leave and make our way to the next Rite Aid. For our final stop in Burlington County, we hit Medford. This particular store was one of the less expensive versions of Eckerd's final design, a painted block building instead of brick. But I've always found these final design Eckerds look the most impressive, regardless of whether they're brick or block. As we enter, we can't help but notice the unique layout with food and beverages taking up a corner of the building, where I'm guessing the photo center may have been under a previous decor package. But this has the latest remodel. One, I'm not too fond of the gray walls and the wood paneling. I call it the Wellness by Rite Aid decor package because I don't know another name for it. But I have to say that I never liked this. And I really wished I would have made it out to the model stores out in Pennsylvania. But that's too late. Again, sparse shelves at every corner. And once again, we enter the seasonal section with Easter, summer, water, some more candy, not much, a little more Easter, and Christmas lights. Seems like every Rite Aid is selling off what remaining Christmas lights they have in stock because they won't make it to Christmas. They really tried hard to make the shelves look full, but you can see right through it. Still have a few cards left over, it seems. Can't help but notice the bottom shelves are bare. Seems the only things not selling are the gift cards. And the home health aids. Meanwhile, the pharmacist is still in business, at least for now. But sadly, yet another store where I can't find Fisherman's Friend. Your must-haves when you must have them. I don't know. It seems that there are some must-haves that are in short supply here. We can tell that the weight management and weight loss items were mostly unscathed, so I guess they're not a very popular item here. At this point, I'm looking for something to buy so I won't draw attention to the handy cam strapped to my head. Of course, the dwindling stock did not make my choice any easier. I did decide to pick up a vitamin water, Unfortunately, I should have read the label because it was not the zero sugar one. It was the one with the high calories, so I didn't drink it after all. Finally, I walked up to get my purchases rung up.
Alright, how you doing?
And then it was time for me to leave this Rite Aid and the Rite Aids of Burlington County, New Jersey. Stay tuned for the next video in the series. Until then, like, share, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, tell a friend, check my merch. Link is in the description. Have a great day. See you on the next video.
At Rite Aid, it's personal for every customer, every day.
We understand that every customer is unique.
And every smile we give can create a caring moment.
We know it's the little things that make a huge difference.
Like knowing what matters most to our customers. We provide advice and comfort when customers don't feel well.
We offer convenience for those on the go.
We take pride in doing the little things that our competitors simply ignore.